Good morning, guys. Again, working on the Honda CRV. This is an '09 Honda CRV. I changed the knock sensor and I continue to have codes. It seemed like it fixed it when I changed the knock sensor, but then the code started coming back. When I put the scanner on, I can see the numbers on the knock sensor values not really changing. So I changed the sensor again, the knock sensor, and I put the old one back on, and it started working. And then it changed again, and its check engine light came back on. So I'm suspecting it's in the wire. I'm suspecting it's somewhere in the connection. I don't see where it could be. I don't see an obvious problem. But if it's the connection, I'm gonna change it, right? So I order a knock sensor plug for a Honda through Amazon. It comes with a long enough wire. I cut it because I was trying to do something different with a shorter, but it didn't work. I was trying to use the crimpers, these style of crimpers. I'll show you. You know, I follow the original plug, which is a red and blue stripe wire. And I was trying to further in the wire to bite on the wire and put one of these on. And I did that, and it was working fine, but then it stopped working again. So I'm gonna eliminate this because it's possible that I'm causing a problem now with these. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use the wire and one of these. And I'm gonna come all the way up here. I traced the wire past the plugs, past everything. The wire, the red with blue stripe all the way up here turns into a shielded black wire. There it is. Right, so it's still the same color, still the same wire, but it goes into a shield up here. And it's easier to work up here. So if you can get to it, cut it and clean, take apart the harness, the protection and the loom, and come up here so you can work. Unless you can do it down there, it's up to you, because it's kind of tight. So you're down here, you take the cover off, and then you barely can see it. You see the wires, but you got to reach up there and do all this work. But the way I'm doing it on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. I'll show you how I did it. Guys, I'm underneath. I made the connection, and the plug is right there where the knock sensor is. It's connected, and it goes up there. Now I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna zip tie this wire to this one so it's not hanging and rubbing on anything. I'm gonna go ahead and cover all this, zip tie. Maybe use more zip ties just to make sure the wire's not gonna rub or anything. But I'm gonna put a protection on these and put everything back together as best as I can, so that it looks the way it was and it's not rubbing on any metal. That's what you want to do. Don't leave it like that, guys. Okay, I'll show you at the end. Guys, everything is put back together as neatly as I could. Here's the wire harness. I cover it up with some of that material that, let me see if I can see some of this stuff. I had some extra laying around. I covered it and I put tape around it as best as I could, and I use zip ties. As you can see, the red wire comes out of the loom. It's right here. Here's what the connection is with the butt connector, and it goes all the way to the knock sensor. And I zip tie the wire to this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and release the bottom radiator hose that I have being held out of the way, because it barely can work over here with that thing in the way. And then I'm gonna start it up and take a look at the scanner and see what the values are doing. As long as they're moving, as far as I know, that's good. But if any of you know the actual values, then let me know. Leave it in the comments for everybody to read. You can share knowledge, like I said before in my videos. Just don't be rude about it, that's all. So this is ready for me to cover, but first I'm gonna go see the values on the scanner. Alright guys, the values of the knock sensor are still, that's the one in the middle. That's not really moving, but I think it's because it has the check engine all on. The check engine's on. I'm gonna go ahead and raise that and then come back and see. Right, I raised the check engine light and I can see the values are pretty much the same, but the one that says knock retard, when I rev it up, it goes up higher than it used to. So I'm thinking there's something there, right? So it's reading something. So it should be good. I'll put it on the graphic and see. So it's reading something. So hopefully that means it's good, guys. I'm not sure. We'll see. See if the check engine light comes on when we drive it a few days. If anything, it's gonna come back today. It doesn't take long for that to pick up and be like, we have a problem. But anyway, guys. All right, guys, here's an update. So after I did the wiring and you guys saw the numbers on the scanner, they weren't really moving and I wasn't sure. The check engine light did come back on probably the same day, if I'm not mistaken. So what ended up happening, I decided to go and get a original Honda knock sensor, but I got it through Amazon. You get it for a lot cheaper. If you get it through the dealership, you're gonna pay about $180, but if you get it through Amazon, it comes in original packaging and everything, and it worked. I put it on. I paid about $80 something through Amazon, and look at the numbers now. It's been about a month now. The light did not come back on, and this is this one right here, the knock sensor. Remember, it was like 0.06 or it was 0.06, something like that. But now it's moving up and down, up and down, up and down. If I rev it up, it goes up to 1 and something, right? So these are correct numbers. This is what you want to see. If you have a scanner, you want to verify, and you know, not sure, right? You're not sure about the numbers. This is what you want to look for. This is proof that it worked. These are the right numbers. It's been about a month, and the check engine light did not come back on, so we should be good when it comes to that. Now, some people do have the problem with the wiring, and the wiring is the solution. And some people maybe change the knock sensor, maybe from another brand. I get my stuff from AutoZone, and it's usually good, but once in a while, I guess you can get a bad part from any brand, really. But in this case, the OEM, the original equipment from Honda, knock sensor, solved the problem. So there you have it, guys. You know, possible solutions to your problem if you're having the knock sensor codes of the PO325 and the PO30325, something like that. If you're getting the knock sensor not functioning code, get yourself, don't even waste your time. Just get you one from original Honda through Amazon, because it's cheaper and it's gonna work for you. So if this video helped you guys, please like, subscribe, is free. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Please let me know. I left the wiring the same way, because why even mess with that even again? I made it nice and tight. So far so good. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.